is going to be a lorry tour, so I'll bring you around and show you inside my lorry and show you everything that's inside it. I'm also going to be doing a lorry spring clean at some point, but today I'm just going to do a tour. So I hope you enjoy this video and you can get an insight to everything that I pack for my lorry for an event and just everything you need inside your horse box. Inside this cupboard here is my Tack Locker. This is where I keep my saddles and my bridles, as well as my little posture corrector, which is here. In this box is Cyril's fly bonnets, or ear bonnets. He's got a Lemure one and an Animo one, and he does use it for the flies in the summer. He doesn't always wear these though, it's just whenever I really want to put them on. Here are his Animo ears out the box, and for anyone that wants to see what they look like, here we go. Back to the cupboard, and sorry I probably won't be modelling these ones for you, but these are his show jumping boots which need a wash, as I used them when I last went out, so I'm going to take these home to wash. But he has overreach boots, some tendon boots and some fetlock boots. So I'm now in the living area, so I will show you around in the living and show you everything that I've got in my cupboards. So through the living and into this cupboard I have all my clothes, my coats, my jackets, my whips, hats, body protectors, just a lot of my clothing items really. And that is a spare coat there with my Animo jacket underneath. In here is my pink .2 air jacket and my Lemure belt to stop my breeches from falling down. This is my whip corner. I've got a schooling whip which I don't ever use and just a normal little baton whip. Here's my cascat, which I'm not actually going to get out, but I absolutely love my cascat. And then in here is my body protector that I use for just cross country, and then I use that underneath my .2 air jacket. In here is my gatehouse hat, along with my beautiful treehouse colours hat silk, which I absolutely love. They're pink and white, like hoop sort of effect, and I find that really cool, and it matches really well with my .2 air jacket, as it's exactly the same pink. In this bag I've got some more like tops, jobbers, cross-country tops with beige breeches that I never wear. Here's the pink base layer which matches the hat silk. I'll tag a picture here of me riding in it. And the last important item in this cupboard is Cyril's passport, which you must always have on you whilst you're travelling your horse. It must always be in your horse box or trailer. There is the sink, which has got my little kettle. And then on this shelf above, we have hair accessories and pink tape for eventing. In here is some paracetamol, some ibuprofen, some stud plugs, plaiting bands, some of my hair stuff, and obviously some polos for Cyril. This is a little fan thing. I think that is hot air. This is for if you need a little power nap. Very comfy, I must admit. I used to go to shows and I used to sleep on here all the way, and I used to just turn up and my horse would be there and I would have had a 3-hour kip and I'm ready for the show. But now, unfortunately, I have to drive, so it's a bit different. But yeah, I've spent hours kipping on this chair on the way to events and on the way back. So this little sofa turns out into a double bed, so you can sleep 2 people on here. Last time I went out, I went to a show jumping show, so I've still got a few bits out. So this was my Lemure Numna. This is my show shirt, which is inside out, but it's got some bling, because I like a bit of bling. That is from, where's that from? Pecure. And these are my new Black Fort Equestrian leggings, which I love. So that's the front of them, with they've got this silicone full seat, which I really like. And then that's the back. They've got the little Black Fort logo, and again the silicone, and they've got cuffed bottoms, which I really like. Here are my De Niro riding boots. I won't get them out. Actually, yes, I will. These are my riding boots. These are my riding boots. We've got the De Niro badge with a couple little blingy diamantes and laces. Yep, so that's them. Lovely and comfortable. Also in this cupboard up the top, I have some plates and bowls if I ever stay away or just go to a show and need some food. Got some crisps. This is that is a spare gas canister in there for my air jacket, because I'm pretty good at jumping off and forgetting that I've got my air jacket attached to my saddle, and then it goes off and then you have to pay £18. But anyway, so there's one in there. Toilet roll, cups, because I love a cup of tea. In here, sun cream. Not that we needed that for ages because it's about -50 degrees. Hand wash, fairy liquid, paracetamol again, plasters, scissors, just all that jazz. And underneath the sink, we have toilet roll, green ice cooling gel. That I put is recovery mash in. Fly spray, wipes, drinks, dustpan and brush, first aid kit, and a fly spray bottle. Yep, that's about it in there. So now we go through this door into the horse bit, which I need to clean out because we did go out, like I say, and I need to give it a jet wash. But in here is where Cyril goes. There's a tie-up ring there and my little security camera so I can watch him. So yeah, that's where Cyril stands. Up there is the Luton, and you can see 2 up there. Partition thingy. On this partition I've got all my details, just in case, because when I go to shows on my own, it's good to have your details up here, just in case anything happens. Cyril's very good, but you never know, they might get their head collar caught or something like that, I don't know. So it's always useful to have that when you're going to an event on your own. And then room for another horse, but obviously I don't have another horse, so I never really take 2. That's the ramp, the doors, and I've got a poo pig here and his head collar and boots. So up above here on the Luton bit, I don't even know what's up here, I haven't been up here for ages. Okay, so that's like a mattressy thing for 2 people. Some chairs, more chairs, little stool. Yeah, so that's the Luton-y bit up there. I also have these steps up there because I'm too small and can't actually get on my horse, so I need steps to get on him when I'm at a show. Here also is a cupboard that I put all my stuff in. Again, it's got my details and a few of Cyril's details on there. Probably needs a tidy. Okay, so he's got his Lemure rug up there, and along with fly rugs and other rugs, basically that's all rugs up there, and numbners. Got some buckets, my grooming kit, towels, and then here I've got just some essentials like some string and spare lead rope and head collar. I've got his black hoof stuff, his white spray, fly spray, foot oil, all that. And then this is our stud kit. So basically there's all my stud stuff in here. They're like the pluggy things, and I just put using on the ones I'm using. So they also need a bit of a clean because they've gone a bit rusty. And there's some tools and that in there. So now I'm in the cab and it is teaming it down, so I've literally just got covered in water, hence why I look like I've got dot to dot on my face. But yeah, so this is the cab, my little steering wheel. In here we have the essentials like polos, 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 and more polos, and also treats for me, but mainly the polos. And then USB thingamabob. This is my little camera system, which I'll show you. It's really cool, so I can watch Cyril when I'm driving along. Here, I need to sort out, it's just another hay net. Mojo band. What does everyone think of these Mojo bands, by the way? Also, wipes. What's this? Oh, it's just a BE magazine where it's got all the dressage tests in it. Yeah, so seats, 3 seats in the front. Here are my little driving trainers that I always have to put on when I'm driving. Excuse the fact that there's a hole in it. Also, this bag under the seat is all first aid bits and bobs for my man Sis. Just got a load of clobber in there, just, you know, vet wrap and Gamgee and just everything you need basically for your horse, first aid wise. And then under the seats here I have got, oh that's cool, in here is, oh, insurance stuff. So yeah, a little story for you guys. Under this seat is that blue envelope thing which has all my insurance stuff in it for my lorry. And I've always, for some reason, I've always had a phobia of driving the lorry. And if you'd have told me this time last year that I'd be taking myself to all the events last season, I would have literally had a meltdown. I was so scared at the thought of driving myself. But so yeah, so basically I took my old little pony Jack for a lesson, and it was a tiny bit icy and I didn't realise. Like, it was quite warm outside, but I think I just hit an ice patch from like a day or so before, and the lorry just took off. And obviously I'm being dramatic, I mean it moved like a centimetre, but since then I was so scared of taking him out, and I just said, I'm not driving, like, I'd rather just not go out. Obviously that's not true because I love going out. So then, yeah, last season I was like, oh my god, like the event season is starting, I need to actually man up and just take Cyril out. So anyway, so I started driving him to my lessons and stuff, and anyway I got over my fear. He's good as gold to travel, as was my previous pony, and you literally can't even tell he's on board. And now I actually really love driving and just taking him wherever I want, and like I say, I take him to all my events and everything like that. So I've definitely got over my fear, so now I really like driving my little lorry and just taking Cyril out wherever he wants to go. So but yeah, going back to my story, the first ever time I took Cyril out on myself, I was like, right, I've manned up for months to do this, it's all going to be fine. I was going to Felbridge for some combined training. I was like, don't worry Georgia, you got this, easy peasy. I had taken him to a few little lessons before this as well, so I thought I got it all sus. So off I trudged to Felbridge, which actually takes about an hour and 30, hour 45 from my house. Anyway, cutting a long story short, we got a flat tyre. It's in the middle of the motorway, and I said to my friend, because my friend came with me for some moral support, I said to her, Chloe, I really feel like the lorry has just started dragging a tiny bit to like one side. And she was like, oh no Georgia, don't worry, you're just being paranoid, like it's all fine. Anyway, so luckily we was getting off at the next junction anyway, and as we literally got to the traffic lights, someone banged on my window. I was like, oh, do you know your tyre is flat as a pancake? I was like, literally I could have cried, but I didn't because my friend was with me. But if I was on my own, I would literally had a full-blown meltdown. Anyway, so, oh god, I'm blabbering. But anyway, so I think the point of this story was to say, make sure you have your insurance policy and number and everything to hand, because although you think you never need it, you may be unlucky like me and get caught out and bang goes your tyre, and there is nothing more stressful. Anyway, I'm just going to show you my camera system because I'm really impressed with this actually. So basically here is where Cyril would normally stand, and another angle here. Here is also another angle to see Cyril, and then the bottom one is a reversing camera, so you can sort of see whilst you're reversing, which is really handy. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope you enjoyed my lorry tour. So stay tuned on my YouTube channel for more regular videos, and maybe I will be doing a spring clean one soon, so hope you look forward to that one. Bye!